Hello, fellow people out there, fellow soul sisters and brothers, all of you who are sensitive, intuitive, deep feeling empaths, and highly sensitive people, and you are also starseeds, earth angels, possibly identified to be ones, or you're wondering if you are one, but likely you are because you have found me in my work. So maybe it's the universe and God and angels bringing you to my territory. And I have a message today for you. So today I want to talk about what is coming to me again, because there are always downloads and urges to talk about a certain topic, certain issue that I need to address, and then I will talk about it and share it, record it, and it is all aligned. It's all God's work. So the topic is when you're being taken advantage of, because it's coming to me today. Like, okay, this is really coming to me. Once again, I had 2 people within the last 24 hours asking me to do something to help them for free. And so it hit me again, this topic. And last night I posted the post on my threads and on YouTube that when something is happening without your consent, you have not agreed to something that's happening around you because of, some person or something, a situation, you have not given your permission, your consent to something happening. And it is making you feel very uneasy, very unsafe, very uncomfortable, maybe even anxious, maybe scared, afraid, maybe even bringing past PTSD symptoms because you are a narcissistic abuse survivor. So it just feels terrible. So this can, of course, be in many cases, in many situations, when people just seem to try to walk all over you, and you might wonder, why is this happening again? Because it makes you feel so anxious and so terrible, and your intuition even might be warning you that this person is trying to take advantage of you, trying to control you, manipulate you, brainwash you into giving something to them that they want from you. Because apparently this is a common pattern that just happens when you are an earth angel, empath, highly sensitive person, because we're easily so loving and giving and caring, and people can sense and see that we are. And of course, again, because there are many, many people in this world who need a lot of healing and growing and evolving. So it's no wonder if these people are popping up from different places. And apparently they can even be, random toxic people online or offline trying to, get things from us, like attention. It can happen. It can happen just out of nowhere and apparently everywhere. So it seems like there is not a place or territory where it would not be happening. So you have to be, bracing yourself. But anyway, so it did not feel good to me again when 2 people within 24 hours messaged me, complete strangers out of nowhere, online, reaching out to me, asking me to help them for free. So it is a boundary violation, first of all, when somebody just reaches out to you like that, when they are a complete random stranger, that you don't know anything about this person, and they don't know anything about you. So it is not acceptable that they act this way, and it does speak of inner child trauma, because usually people with inner child trauma, they act this way. So do pay attention. We have to be paying attention to these signs when somebody is trying to take advantage or, exert power and control, manipulation. We are not people pleasers. We do not need or have to be people pleasers. And I've been talking about boundaries a lot in my videos and posts, and the importance of not always saying yes to everything, because you have that cup of your energy. Like how are you supposed to take care of yourself and your life if you are always giving to others, if you are always saying yes to everything? And again, it's of course tuning into not only your energies, but also picking up the other person's energies, where they are coming from. Of course, yes, we can help people for free. I have helped many, many people for free throughout my life. I was always there for everyone when they wanted something out of me. And I did not realize that I was people pleasing the whole time. And then I was wondering, why am I so exhausted and drained out and hurt and sad and alone and feeling desperate and hopeless, feeling like nobody cares about me? And then later on realizing that all of these relationships were shallow and based on what I was giving to these people, which was empathetic, compassionate support. And of course, I was doing this because of my programming, because of my childhood trauma, because of how I'm built, because I'm meant to be helping people. And it is a gift from God. It's my mission that I have embraced. But of course, there is a time and a place for respect and healthy boundaries, to put your foot down, to be that smart, stable, mature adult. Especially if you have children to raise as well, you have pets to take care of, you have things to take care of, your housework, everything. How are you supposed to be handling everything, especially if there is nobody helping you and you are always doing things for others? And of course, I have a lot to say because, I have many, many things that happened to me throughout my life that I could not talk to anybody about. And I'm sure that you resonate with this because we're just wired differently than the usual people. So that is just how it is, and it is a fact that we have to just embrace and accept, and to really love ourselves, and again, spread our positive, loving energy into the world. Of course, yes, but as I said, there is always a time and a place for healthy boundaries and opinions, especially after narcissistic abuse. And of course, the more abuse you have gone through, it might make you feel more anxious and more uncomfortable and even angry, very hurt, very triggered. Of course, because it's natural to feel that way, because if you have always been taken advantage of and abused and, given your kindness, your attention, your energy, your money, whatever. You have given those things blindly to people because you have been programmed that way. So it's not your fault. You just have to realize the pattern and be changing the pattern. Like I've been saying, I could not find the support that I was needing, and I had to rely on myself. And I know that it's always been God also helping me and guiding me and empowering me. But this is why it's so important. This is so important to me to be speaking up, because never had the support that I would have needed. I could not find it, like I was just saying. I could not find it anywhere. And usually if I would reach out to people, like mental health, phone lines, chats, domestic violence, phone lines and things like this, or seeking help from psychologists, they would just look at me like they didn't know what to say. Or they have hurt me. And I have also shared about these experiences as well in my videos and posts, that it's been so hurtful when either people were turning their back on me, or they could not understand me, what I was even talking about. They could not understand, relate to my experiences, no matter how educated they have been. And so I learned the hard way that it doesn't make you an expert, no matter how much you have studied, that if you don't have the empathy, the compassion, the mature, stable understanding, because I really saw and sensed that some of them have their own deep inner child issues anyway, and especially many volunteers apparently. And again, I had to come to the conclusion, after all the shock and hurt and panic attacks that I would experience, the physical pain, and again the shame and the fear of like blaming myself, like am I to blame again? Is this my fault that people just treat me this way? They don't understand me, they don't listen to me, they don't respect me normally. When I try to seek help and I'm being authentic and vulnerable, they still turn their backs on me or hurt me, they yell at me, they get triggered when I'm just being my authentic self. So these have been huge issues and big core reasons why I'm here to speak now and to help you. Because again, abusive treatment is never the victim's fault. You have to be able to be your authentic self without people attacking you. People should be able to have normal manners and respect towards one another, to be a stable, trustworthy person. And if they are not, they don't simply belong to your life. And there again is the boundary setting and realizing that it is taking advantage. It's taking advantage of your energy that they are basically abusing in that, when that happens, that they hurt you, they attack you. So again, every time somebody seems to be violating your healthy boundaries and who you are as a person, as a being, and they don't realize how kind and lovely you are, how giving and loving you are, how much you have done for them, for example, they are not grateful, they just treat you like this slave object. So this, of course, again, can be narcissistic abuse. It's not necessarily, but can be. But anyway, it's your job, again, as an adult to take care of yourself, to be setting those boundaries, to be empowering yourself from within, to acknowledging that this is not acceptable. Because we need to have our own personal space and those boundaries in place. We cannot be people pleasing. That's not the actions of a person who knows their value and worth. So once you know your value and worth and what you bring to the table, that I'm a good person, I seriously want the best for everyone. And that is how I am built, and I love it, I embrace it, I accept it. That's how God has made me to be. This is just how it is, but I'm not a punching bag. I'm not a slave. So every time somebody is just seeming to take from you, but they're not giving anything to you, so that is, again, of course, taking advantage. You have not given your permission. You have not given your consent. They have likely been pushing you to give them what they wanted out of you. You've been pleasing them. But it does not happen with your actual, authentic, honest consent. So again, it is about boundary violation. It is a violation of you as a person. And of course, thank you for supporting my work online. Come follow me on Threads app, like my posts there. I would gladly accept you and appreciate you who are my authentic followers and clients. Also on Instagram, of course, I'm active there as well. I would be happy to reply to your DMs when you are coming from that authentic, honest place, that you actually want to work with me one-on-one on your healing path, and you're interested in my authentic help. And of course, you can comment and like my posts. I would really love to see you guys there, because, you know, I cannot see any of your faces on YouTube, for example, so that would be a lot easier to connect on Instagram, for example. And as always, thanks for supporting my YouTube, subscribing and liking, of course. Like I've been saying, healthy relationships are based on mutual respect and understanding, healthy communication with respect and reciprocation. And when it is a complete random stranger who knows nothing about you and they're hurting you in some way or wanting things from you, it can be so hurtful, especially when you have already been through enough of narcissistic abuse experiences. So yes, it can powerfully remind you of those things. And that again is a big reason why you should be drawing the boundary and cutting off this person. So the next time somebody's reaching out to you and trying to walk all over you, disrespect you and your boundaries, wanting things from you or manipulating you into blaming yourself, yelling at you and all of those things because they want all the power and control, they want from you what they see that you can give to them. Acknowledge the situation. Acknowledge the pattern and be cutting that person from your life. Be changing the pattern. Be healing. Because there can also be something that you might need to heal within yourself if this keeps on coming. And again, if you need more help and support, do grab my Boundaries Bootcamp guide. It's only €7. You can grab it if you go to my Linktree link. You see my services there. Also, I recommend that you grab my free self-care checklist to start taking care of yourself authentically as a deeply feeling sensitive person. And of course, book a call with me if you need one-on-one help and support. We can go through all of your boundary issues, situations, what's going on in your life, and I can help you, because I will be tailoring my service according to your situation, your specific needs as a sensitive person.